Hey everyone, welcome to another FinxS mini tutorial. This month I would like to introduce you to an insights driven feature in FinxS called a job template. A job template is an additional feature to the disc profile in FinxS. You can view a candidate's results against a job template in a report or under open preview for no additional cost. A job template is a list of scored behavioural competencies measured against a person's natural inclination versus the job requirement. Job templates allow users to identify and prioritise the behaviours for specific job roles that will produce the best outcome for the individual and for the employer. Job templates are created by selecting from our bank of over 1,500 competencies within FinxS to fit the job role. Job templates can be scored to create a match percentage, or they can be left unscored, and I will show you how to do this in the FinxS platform shortly. So some uses for the job template include potential employee testing, so you can put roughly 2 to 3 candidates against a job template with the critical competencies selected for the job role, and then this allows you to find the best or most natural fit for your job role. You can also use it for in-house recruitment, so you could design a job template for roles within an organisation and measure individual results to find the best fit. An example of this is when companies merge and there has been a restructure, so job templates can be created for the various roles to help match employees to the new or modified roles. Another great use for the job template is personal development. So you can design a job template around an individual's goals and personal development within a role to see where they can develop and where they may need additional support to achieve their goals. Leadership development is a great use for a job template. So you can design a job template with specific leadership and management competencies and measure individuals' results to find a person's natural and non-natural behaviours. This can help leaders to improve their performance and their leadership style. Coaching is a great way to use a job template. They're really helpful when coaching an individual to reach their goals. The person can also establish crucial points in their own development strategy. And organisational change, like I mentioned before, you can design a job template for new restructured roles and measure individual results to find the best fit. So let's look at a team development situation as an example. Let's say the manager has already had all their employees take the extended DISC assessment. The manager is looking to build a team from existing employees to help launch a new product. Team members need to have a specific set of behaviours, and these behaviours are ones that would be the best fit for working in a quick moving short-term project. First, the manager needs to decide on the most important behaviours that team members would need to make this project a success. They would then select these behaviours from our bank of over 1,500 competencies to create a job template. Once the job template is created, the manager can put the existing employees from the FinxS database against the job template in open preview. And this allows them to view employees that have a high percentage match to the selected competencies, allowing them to select people for the team. Of course, we always need to consider other factors such as availability, team makeup, and required skills, but a job template is a great feature to use in helping you select individuals for the team. So what can you do with a job template? You can create many job templates in your FinxS account, you can add them to a report, and you can view them in open preview. So let's look at how to create a job template. Please note, if you have completed the Level 1 Practitioner, you will have access to the VIP area on our website. Here you can find manuals and video tutorials to help you create job templates. So the first step in creating a job template is to log into FinxS, and you can see on my screen here that I have logged into my FinxS account. From the main screen, I go to Templates and then Job Templates. Now if we look to the lower left hand corner of the screen, we will see a plus button, so you just need to click on that to create a new job template. So we enter a name for the job template, and I'm going to call this one Sales Development. You can give the job template a description if you want to. It's not a required field, so you can leave that blank. If you want to give your clients usage rights to this job template, you'd click this edit button and select them from the drop down list. To make this template clonable, you can put a tick in the box next to clonable, so this box here. Cloning allows you to make an independent copy of the job template to make changes without changing the original. To make this job template automatically available for any future new users, tick this little small box here. And to make this available for all your sub-users below you, click this box. So I'm going to leave those two blank for now. Now we need to add item and kind of towards the right middle hand side of your screen and start selecting from the list of over 1,500 competencies. So it seems daunting at first, but it's actually broken down into all these categories. So if there's something specifically you're wanting to create a job template for example sales, I'm going to click on the little triangle next to the sales heading to expand that field. Another great way to find a competency is to use the search box here and say if you had a keyword you were looking for, you could type that in. So I might say sales, and there we go. All the competencies that include the word sales have popped up. So if I go back to my sales category, I can start adding competencies by simply clicking on them, and you'll see that a small tick appears next to the competence once it has been selected. So there's no limit to the amount of competencies that can be selected. However, if you're putting this job template into a report or printing it off in PDF format, just be aware that only 20 competencies fit per report page, so just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to go through and click a few. Great, and when you're finished selecting all your competencies, simply hit the close button towards the bottom there. Great, and now we can see all the competencies that I've added to this job template. If I wanted to score the job template, I could put a score from 1 to 5 in this box here. So for example, accepting direction on how to achieve sales goals is really important to this role, so I'm going to score that a 5. Whereas actively and constructively dealing with conflict isn't so important, so I'm going to rank that a 3. Again, I'll just go through all of these and give them a score. When you add this into a report or view it in open preview, the FinxS system will calculate a match percentage to the person's natural inclination versus these job requirements. This will be an overall match percentage to the job template, and it will also show you where that individual scored in relation to the ideal score. If you don't want your job template to be scored, just simply leave the zeros in the boxes. Once you have finished adding competencies to your job template, click the Save button. Now that we've created our job template, we can actually view the competencies on the extended disk diamond just to identify what quadrant they fall under. So the competence number, as you see here, corresponds to the number on the diamond. So for example, number 9, managing emotions to remain calm when meeting resistance. That's quite a C style trait, so here you can see that falling into the C quadrant. So this just helps you get a even spread of disk styles, or it helps you to populate all the competencies in one particular quadrant of the diamond. It just depends what you're looking for in your role, and this will vary. Now, if you ever need to come back and edit your job template at any stage, simply go to Templates again, click on Job Templates from the subheading, scroll down, so ours was called Sales Development, and then just click on the Edit button. You may have to scroll down to hit this depending on the size of your job template. And then we can go through and we can delete competencies using this small X button here, or we can add more items. And always remember to save once you've made any changes. Great, so now that we've created our job template, we can add this into a report. So to do that, we go to Reports and then the Report subheading. Then we expand the Behavioural Analysis Report category, as the job template is an additional feature for the Behavioural Analysis tool. Then we find our report that we want to add this into, so I want to add this into my sales team analysis, so I'm going to click on that. And then we click Report Designer in the bottom left hand corner to get into the report. And we can navigate through the report using the boxes on the right hand side of your screen, so use these to find the area of the report you'd like the job template to appear in. So I want to put mine under 10 competencies, so section 8. Now I go to the left hand side, and directly under the FinxS logo there's a white box that is currently saying general fields. We just want to click on the drop down and select job templates. We can view the job template in a report two ways. One, as a set of competencies, so we find our job template from the list, click, hold and drag and drop into the middle of your screen, and you can see now that that job template has been added to the report as a set of competencies. Secondly, we can add this in to the report as a job template with a diamond. So again, I'll find it and we can drop this in. And this will show you a visual representation of the required behaviours to succeed in sales development, and it's located on the extended disk diamond. So earlier I showed you how to score a job template, and this is an example of how that scored job template would look in a report. So here we can see highlighted in pink is the expectation, and here in the black outline box is the person's score. So we can see that this person had a natural inclination towards most of these competencies, and they achieved an 80% match percentage to that competence. Overall, they've got a 27% match percentage, so ideally we'd like to see them score a little bit higher. So you can view this as single match percentages, or you can print it as just a match percentage. So this just removes all the competencies and you just get that overall match percentage score. You can also print a selection of competencies. So say if you had a job template that had 30 competencies in it, we could just print the top 1 through to 10 competencies, or we can print the bottom 5 or 1 to 5 behavioural competencies. So that just helps us narrow down the job template and kind of eliminates any middle scoring competencies if they're not really that relevant. Finally, the last way to view a job template is via Open Preview. So from here we click on Database and then Individuals. Highlight Behavioural Analysis on the left hand side and select your project. Then we just put a tick in the name of the person or people's results you would like to view against this job template. So multiple people can be viewed together, or you can just view one at a time. So I'm going to select 4. Then we click on Open Preview button towards the top left of your screen. We need to select the names on the right hand side of the screen, so we can select in just 1 or 2, or we can use this button and select all. Then moving to the middle of your screen, click on the Job Templates tab. And then on the left hand side you can see the list of job templates. So scroll down till you find the relevant job template, and then you can see everyone scores against the competencies on that job template. So for example, accepting direction on how to achieve sales, you can see that Denise and John score quite highly on this, and Steve and Monica, this might not be such a natural area for them. You can print this as a PDF if you wish, or you can just view it on screen. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I really encourage you all to go into FinxS and create job templates and just get a feel for how it works. Make sure you subscribe to our social media on screen for more upcoming mini tutorials in future. Thanks everyone.